What's going on, crime fighters? It's the Knight, and today I'm bringing you my review for Penny Dreadful. For those of you who don't know what Penny Dreadful is or have never watched it a day in your life, you need to update your life because this show is absolutely phenomenal. One of my favorite shows, hands down. The writing is up there with The Walking Dead as far as its brilliance, but this is a little bit more in depth because it's a little bit more periodical. So their dialogue are a lot more educated, fluent. It's a lot more of its time. And you just completely get immersed in this show. It stars Ava Green, Josh Hartnett, Timothy Dalton. Those are the people that you might know off the top of hand, just by name. The others are a lot more classical in their nature as far as their art, come up in more theater background, more of the UK background. So it centers around old Penny Dreadful stories. Of course, your Frankenstein, your Dracula, vampires, werewolves, Jack the Ripper. All things of those historical, either fiction or non, whatever it may be. Whether in the old, back in the day in London where they'd make these Penny Dreadfuls or basically these horror stories. These are what these, are pretty much created from. And the first season we dealt with Ava Green and Timothy Dalton were basically at this point kind of an estranged family, but not by blood, but by acquaintance and just overall experience. And Timothy Dalton's, his character, Sir Malcolm, his daughter is taken by a group of vampires led by their master who have yet to be seen, which is still speculation to be Dracula, the devil, or we have no idea. So basically we just follow these characters throughout the journey to help save his daughter, to find the monster, well, the monsters and their master. And along the way, they pick up Josh Hartnett, who has a secret of his own, who we come to find out is a werewolf. And basically, together they band together to basically take down this threat. That's just the first season in a nutshell, but it completely, trust me, it dives seriously into some deep, dark corners. This season, Sunday was just the first episode of season 2, and we pick it up directly where it left off. So everyone, after the events of the first season, Sir Malcolm has gone to Africa to see the burial of his son, and kind of what's going on now is we find Vanessa Ives, who is Ava Green, her character, still treading with her demonic state. She's possessed by the devil. So we're still finding her struggling with that and kind of recovering from the last season. So, Mr. Chandler, who is Josh Hartnett, he comes back into the picture. He's planning on leaving, but along the way to telling this message to Vanessa Ives, of course, because he just had a blackout on one of his werewolf spells, he murdered a lot of people, so he has to leave. On his way, they are attacked by the caravan by 3, at the time we don't know what they are, women, these creatures. So one of them speaks an ancient language that is kind of dead to the world, that is only spoken through what they call the devil's language. So when they get hindsight of this, of course, Vanessa freaks out. She's immediately worried, and we see her in a state we've never seen her before, which is frightened. And as Josh Hartnett said previously in the episode further in, he says he's seen her come in contact with the monsters that we fought face to face, and she's even survived a fight with the devil, and he's never seen her like this, frightened, and he's absolutely right. So we come to learn this threat, and what they are is she's actually being hunted by witches, which is completely the devil's, the night walkers, as they're referred to in this show. And it was amazing because we got to see this character a lot more vulnerable than we did last season, and we get to play on, so now it's a new threat that's kind of head-to-head with her as far as the arts, as far as demonic or Satanism, whatever it may be. These witches pose a really good threat, and they want to basically carry out the devil's work to basically kill Vanessa Ives. So while that's going on, Dr. Frankenstein and his creature are finally going on to creating a bride for Frankenstein. Through this, in the first season, Josh Hartnett had a lover who had basically got consumption. She got very sick. She was going to die. But along the way, Frankenstein's monster had given Victor an ultimatum. Create me a bride so I can know what love is, or I'll ruin and kill everyone that you've ever loved or known. So he goes, since he knows that Josh's love interest is dying, he kills her, brings her back to the lab to make his bride. This is where we pick off here. But that happens at the very, very end of the episode. So the creature has gotten, and from the time of the beginning of the episode to the end, the creature has gotten a job at a local wax museum in competition with Madame Tussauds. So he's going to get a job with them, but they show a side that they're not up to any good. That they have a plan that's kind of unknown, that's not going to end too well for the creature. So a lot in this episode, it was very slow as far as building up. It was slow building. It didn't hit you with a lot and didn't come at your face. This show really focuses on character exposition and character development and character growth. They write their characters amazingly well. Each of their backstories, and even the smallest detail of growth and movement along this show, they handle very carefully. And this one was just returning to form and getting to know all these characters and where they are now and the next step throughout this season. So it did a lot of building. Had no sign of Dorian Gray this episode, so I'm sure we'll see him a lot further. The witches themselves are truly terrifying. They have a goal set by the devil, and they're truly fixed on achieving that goal as far as the killing of Vanessa Ives. And the main witch, I forget her name, but she is truly haunting. At the end of this episode, her and Vanessa Ives are doing a simultaneous seance. Not together, but it shoots it in a way that they're seeing both of their seances in a way. Vanessa Ives as far as a prayer to relinquish, and this, and the witch actually praying to the devil her loyalty and her mission. And it's truly just sickening. It's really creepy at times, and it's like, wow, this is getting really deep. So those of you who haven't watched the show, that pretty much sums up the first episode. So it's a lot of setting up. This show is truly dark, it's beautiful, it's twisted. The soundtrack is amazing. The cinematography is beautiful. And the performances, Eva Green alone is outstanding. Go watch the first season just to see her possession alone in the last 3 episodes of the first season. I don't see how she hasn't won anything for that. She is truly mesmerizing. Oh my god. Anywho, guys, go check out Penny Dreadful. That's my review. I'm giving this episode 5 out of 5 nights. You guys need to go check it out. If you're not, go on Showtime On Demand, get a torrent, watch it online, Project Free something. Go watch the episode and go catch up on the first season. It's an episode that, it's a season and it's a show that you can truly love. It's different. Guys, you can truly appreciate it. Go check it out. Alright, crime fighters, join me on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to check me out on Twitter, along with the rest of my social media down in the description below. Live from Night Enterprises, it's tonight with a review of Penny Dreadful. Go check it out. I'll see y'all later.